I want to give a shout out to one of my Patreon subscribers for putting me on to this guy, Jared Anderson, who is an undefeated American heavyweight. He's just 20 years of age. He goes by the nickname Big Baby, just like Jarrell Miller. In fact, they announce him before his fights as the real Big Baby. So I don't know if there's some type of rivalry there with Jarrell Miller or if the guys are friends. I don't know. He even wears similar kind of boxing trunks to Jarrell Miller as well. As I say, he's just 20 years of age. He's currently 6-0 with 6 KOs. So, plenty of time and a long way to go. He's 6 feet 4 inches with a 78.5-inch reach, according to BoxRec. So he's not the biggest heavyweight out there in terms of his height and reach, but he's probably, on the borderline of a modern heavyweight, I would say. Now, having watched a couple of his fights, he looks to have a lot of talent there. Now, he's athletic. He's a switch hitter. He seems to have punching power. He's got good speed. If we just have a look at his weight for his past few fights, 247 against Hernandez, 241 against Perez. So he's in the 230s to the 240s. And for a guy that weighs that much, he's nimble and he's well coordinated. So this is definitely, as far as I'm concerned, somebody to watch. Again, long way to go, a lot of questions to answer, but in terms of just his physical potential, there is a lot there, particularly when he's only 20 years of age. So again, shout out to my Patreon member who put me up on this guy. And also, I'm sure there are plenty of you guys out there who already knew about Jared Anderson, and you're going to be telling me so in the comment section. I think I actually have seen one of his fights before. I just didn't pay much attention at the time. Okay, one of his first 6 fights prior to one of my Patreon members telling me about him. But yeah, definitely one to watch. Keep an eye on him. I don't know much about his amateur background. In fact, let me try and check that now. See what he did as an amateur. Okay, so US Junior Under 17 Championships, 176 pounds first place. World Junior Amateur Championships. Okay, light heavyweight bronze medalist. 2016, 200 pounds first place at the National Youth Under 19s. Okay, the Brandenburg Youth Cup, 200 pounds gold medalist. And a US national champion at 200 pounds in 2017 and 2018. So, I mean, that's a solid amateur record. Obviously not elite level in terms of elite international amateur or anything, but he obviously knows his way around the boxing ring, and I'm going to assume he's been fighting from a pretty young age. Well, as you can see, 17 and under 17s. But I'm going to say, has he been boxing since he was 12 or younger? So definitely one to watch. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Just a little quick short video. How much potential do you think this guy has got? It's really incredible, when you think that Mike Tyson was already world champion at the age of 20. I mean, 20 is just a baby. It's just a baby in the game. And Mike Tyson was already world champion at that age? Isn't that amazing? Now, in boxing, the quicker you rise, generally the quicker you fall. And that was the case with Mike Tyson. He rose very quickly at a very young age, but he also fell at a young age. I mean, by the time Mike Tyson was 24, 25, he looked like he was on the slide. I mean, when he came out of prison in 1995, there was a lot of hoopla and people felt like he might be better than ever. But after he lost to Holyfield in 96, all that was out the window and people were saying, he's not the same since he came out of prison, and other people saying he wasn't the same before he went into prison. He wasn't the same in those Razor Ruddock fights. A lot of people have different opinions, but again, generally speaking, the faster you rise, the faster you fall. There have been some exceptions to that. Muhammad Ali won the world title at, 22? I believe he was 22 years of age, which is still very, very young, right? But Ali had an extensive professional career after that. There was the hiatus of, 3 years in the middle of his career because of the Vietnam issue. But yeah, Mike Tyson also had 3 years missing in the middle of his career when he went to prison. But Ali was still fighting at the top level until he was in his late 30s. Was he 37, 38 or something when he fought Leon Spinks in the rematch? So, and obviously he went on beyond then to challenge Larry Holmes again for his fourth attempt at a heavyweight title, which was unsuccessful, obviously. I can't remember how old he was then. But yeah, with Ali, he's an exception. But generally speaking, fighters who achieve a lot at a very young age, they tend to fade away. Like Wilfred Benitez, a great example, right? He became world champion at the age of 17 and faded away, when he was still pretty young. So anyway, Jared Anderson, let me know what you guys think about him in the comment section below. What do you think about his potential? Maybe you're somebody from the United States who knows a bit about this guy behind the scenes. Maybe you've heard about him in sparring sessions, in different training camps and wherever. What are the kind of rumors you've heard about this guy? Are there certain people that he's beaten up in sparring or maybe beaten in the amateurs? Let me know what the word on a grapevine around the gyms in America is about Jared Anderson. All right? Let me know in the comments, people. It's happening. I'm out.